Just after 3 AM, I'm just pulling up now. Looking forward to the progress that Adam might have made. He's got the wrap bar bracket on. It's sitting in position. It looked big on the bench, but it's looking in proportion under the truck. It's looking good, actually. Bit of art, this is. He's cut a hole out for the filler plug. So my first job this morning will be the U-bolts. As we imagined, these U-bolts are short. So it was off to the U-bolt bucket for some new ones. Get these fitted up and we'll cut them back. So in an earlier episode, you may remember me having said that the steering shaft was probably the job I least looked forward to. Now I'm excited to be getting this center in, but not a job that I'm looking forward to. It's much bigger than a Hilux center. Brian's put a Hilux flange on this, so I can still run the Hilux tail shaft or the uni for the back of the tail shaft. What I might do while I'm under here is size up the tail shaft so Adam can actually do the welding of it if we need to cut it down. And I might muck around with this wrap bar while I'm under here before I start loading up the hubs. Pretty important check here, the flange to flange size, 1310. That was the same measurement I had wheel to wheel the other episode. So 1310. With the slip closed, I have 1250. So we won't need to be cutting this down. If anything, we'll be adding a spacer to it. So that means not only has the front gone forward, but the rears have gone back. So those IFS rears clearly push that housing back. That center there is longer than a Hilux center by a little bit. I was expecting the shaft to be too long, but it's worked out the opposite. So this pack has pushed that housing back. So we're gonna be like a lot longer than what we were when we drove into here. That wrap bar now is short and they're a bugger to get undone too. Last time I had these big nuts off was up at Paulie's house when I was replacing the rear diff housing and I wanted to paint these up. And I put a lot of force on them to get them both on and off that night. Good vice. See, so that's something Bullet Carpentry hasn't got. That's come undone nicely. Excellent. All right, this one I'm not too worried about coming out 50 or so mil. It's that one. Just got to get this in position first, roughly. Clamps around the cross member. I'll just rest that there for now. Stick the bolt in. I'm looking for that shackle to be able to go forward and come back. Got it. Morning. What a mission. I've made a mess of your bench. I've got oil and grip and orange paint all over it like it was a rock. I was trying to go. Let me go get my mask. Still plenty of thread in that. So that's hooked up now. We've drilled bigger holes in the existing top shock bracket. Adam's just gonna fab up some bottom ones. Gonna use this existing T-piece here. We'll weld the bracket on that was on the Hilux diff, and then I'll make up a template of the lines to get made up for the next visit. Not a bad session. 8 o'clock, 5 hours, and we got all that work done. So until the next episode, where hopefully we're driving it out of the shop and at least ramping it. As always, thanks for watching.